Hello everybody, this is Bear and the Bear, and this is going to be another video for the mobile game Marsaction Infinite Ambition. And this is going to be a beginner's tip video on just the basics when you first start playing, some tips that would be helpful for you when you just start getting into the game. Now, all these type of mobile games, there are pay-to-win elements. There are a lot of packs in this game when you first start, so it's a little overwhelming in the beginning, but just keep in mind, if you are a free-to-play player, it's very easy to play this game without spending any money. You can still have fun playing the game, so I don't want anyone to think that you have to spend in the game. Another thing to consider too is I was really surprised is that they have some buildings. I'll go over a little bit more on how to heal troops and how to manage, your losses when you fight. But it's extremely hard if you're a free-to-play player, especially low levels, you don't have that many troops in the beginning. It's very hard to lose troops in this game. Even when you attack, a lot of these games, you'll get dead troops, and you can't do nothing. You have to retrain all over again. That's not the case in this game, which is very rare. So this game is very oriented for PvP without taking a lot of losses. So if you're worried about not being able to shield and you get attacked, you're not going to lose all your troops because of this mechanic in the game. So instead of losing 2 weeks of training of troops, you won't lose any. You just have to re-heal them and everything. So I'll make another guide on that later. If you do spend a little in the game, some packs you might want to consider is that sometimes when you level up your command center, they will have a special pack that will come up, will give you some boost and whatnot. It's a good value. You might want to consider buying those. Other packs that might come up are you're going to have certain heroes. Once you star them up, maybe to 2 stars or something, they might have a $5 or $10 pack that might come up. And at that time, it will give you some boost items for upgrading that hero even more. So if you like certain heroes, but you don't have the funds at the moment, you might want to hold off on upgrading them too much so those packs don't come out. Because these type of packs I'm talking about are going to be timed like 2 or 4 hour packs. To purchase them. There's not that many of those, so don't think you have to. Most of the packs in this game are not timed, so if whenever you feel like you're comfortable spending, you can buy those packs. Another tip I want to give you is, and then when you first start playing the game, you can play the game on a server for a couple weeks to see if you like it, and if you do, you can always at that time create a new game and then move to another server and start all over again. Once you're familiar with the game and understand more of the game, you can get a better start in the game. And then at that time, if you want to, you can spend and buy some packs. Once you're more comfortable, you're going to like playing the game. This game is going to be very dependent on joining a good alliance, okay? Now, if you join, the earlier you get into a good alliance, the better off you're going to be. And if you can join like the top 3, one of the top 3 alliances, you're going to have a better chance of not getting attacked, your hive being attacked. So keep that in mind. This game is very dependent on getting into a good alliance. Another good tip as far as when you're in an alliance in hive, you want to try to get into the middle of your hive as closest to the middle of the hive as much as possible, because in this game, enemies can port into your territory, like I'll say right here. Now, an enemy, if there is room here, he could port here, so keep that in mind. But you want to try to keep in the center, because like right now, this is a perfect example of this hive. The only way they can, if I was going to get attacked, they'd have to come over here and port outside of the hive and then come and attack. Now, what this would do is this will prevent, most likely, I wouldn't be attacked first. So maybe if you're online and you see certain people talking about you being attacked, you'll have a better chance of putting up a shield before you get attacked. Now, if you scout a player or attack a player, you're going to get a battle fever, which is going to prevent you from using the shield. So if you're in a situation where in your hive, someone's attacking, if you just want to throw up a shield without attacking or setting off that battle fever, you can go ahead and just throw up a shield. Now, you might want to just throw a 2-hour shield, because most likely these people are just going to come around for the moment, just attack. Another great tip, which a lot of people don't know when they first start playing a game, is you can actually set up camps. Like right here, I can set up a camp here. And you can literally hit auto select. It will send your captain so he doesn't get captured, and all of the units that you have. Now, if you have more units than what you can send on one march, you can send multiple marches out. I'll hit march, and he'll go over here and camp. Give me a second and I'll show you. Okay, my march landed into the camp. Now what this does is you can see a shield. It's going to give me a 12-hour shield. It's a countdown right here. So this is a great way if you're going to go to sleep at night and you're worried about someone attacking your hive or your base in particular. And you can just throw out your troops onto camp for 12 hours and you're good to go. You can wake up in the morning whenever you wake up and recall them, and then send them out to farm and whatnot. Another great bonus tip I want to give with this type of strategy is you can go into your phone settings and go to like do not disturb options. Like if you go to work somewhere, you don't want to have a lot of notifications sounding all the time and different apps and everything, you can go and hit do not disturb, and then you can go and into those options and select Marsaction as an app and hit disable do not disturb for this game. So the only notifications you're going to get on your phone are going to be for notifications for this game, because you bypassed your do not disturb. Another thing you can do if you don't want a whole lot of notifications going off, and you can go to hit more, go to the top left, hit your avatar, go to more, and go to notifications, and you can basically turn all these off except for your war notification, which it only notifies you if you're scouted, rallied, or attacked by other players. That's a great way to where if you're not able to be in the game that much at a certain times, you can, whenever your phone would go off with a notification, you know instantly you're only being attacked, and it's real important to check your phone to log into the game and throw up a shield or send your troops out to camp. Another thing you can do is if you're just going to get timers, mech return notifications right here, mecha returned. If you're wanting to send your troops out, keep your troops out from your base so they don't get attacked, and onto resources, you can hit that too, and everything else can be turned off. So the only time you get a notification is that when your troops come back to your base or when you're getting attacked. It's a great way to always know whenever your phone is going off that you're in trouble. Another thing is regarding alliance. If you really want to see what's the top alliances are on your server, you can hit your avatar, go to leaderboard here on the bottom, and you can select alliance over here on the left, and you can look and see like force. That's basically the power of the alliance. Right now, BU1 is the top alliance at 215, so they're the strongest in the whole server. So if they got room, you can join in their alliance. You're probably going to be guaranteed to be safe no matter what, all the time usually. So the stronger alliances, the first top three, you can see the ranks 1, 2, and 3. They got little medals next to them. If you get in one of those alliances, you're going to be a lot safer than in other alliances. I'm going to try to keep this video short, but they have a lot of events in this game. So if you're looking at a game, you've had issues in prior games like these city builders just didn't have enough events, you don't have to worry about that in this game. There's plenty of events all the time. There's always something to do in this game. You're not going to have a problem with feeling like you're getting bored in this game. One thing you can do when you're setting up your base in the beginning, okay, things you want to consider is you always want to look around and anything that's in red, check all the red dots, get everything done, do your dailies, and collect these all the time, because these are going to be giving you extra resources all the time. So always come online, check these. As far as setting up your resource base, what you can do, what I've done is I used quartz. I built a bunch of quartz buildings. I built a bunch of raw earth buildings, the mines, and basically your quartz and your raw earth are the ones that you're going to be, most resources you're going to be needed in the beginning of the game, so you might want to consider building all these, but I got most of these at level 10. Well, later on, if you need more corn or more alloy, you can always switch those out, dismantle those, and build those buildings accordingly if you find yourself needing more of those resources. Or the other option is you could make a secondary account, and how you would do that, you go here, go to more, go to account, and start a new game. But what they have here is they do have characters, so it looks like you can add another character. You can have 2 characters per region. So what that's telling me is the game itself, I think they do allow you to have a second account on a server. That is allowed, and you could use it as a farm account. So if you're going to need corn and alloy later on, you could, after a week or so playing, you get in a higher level, you don't need to get on your main as much, you can make that second character and use it as a farm account and build up corn and alloy buildings instead of quartz and raw earth to compensate for more resources you're going to need for once you get more advanced on your base. Another thing you want to consider is building. What I've done is I build cabins down here. What this will do for me is it increases my gas production and my manufacturing speed. So very early off, I got 13 cabins. What that's going to do is going to help me increase my speed of training my troops, which is very important in the very beginning of the game, to keep constantly building more troops as fast as you can, so you can send them out and get resources and get more resources to grow faster. And also it will increase my gas production. One important thing I want to stress is gas production. Your gas, that can be zeroed if you get attacked. So your other resources are protected to certain limits, but your gas will always be taken completely. So you might want to consider building as many cabins as possible to help you keep boosting and increasing your gas production so you never run out in case you do get attacked. Another thing you want to stress is building your storehouse. You want to upgrade this a lot. If you find you're in an alliance, you get attacked a lot, you really want to consider upgrading this, because right now I have alloy protection, 312 of everything. What that says is everything on my quartz, my raw earth, my corn, my alloy, I will get protected. All this would be, if anything above 312, I will lose. So you always want to try to keep your resources under your protection level so nobody can take any resources from you. So, alright, that's just the starting tips I wanted to emphasize that should really help you. Anyway, if you find this video helpful, you want notifications for future videos I make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I'm also going to put a link down below in my pinned comments for a website that I got set up that's going to have a list of what I find are useful videos for you, and you can just go scroll down there and I'll have an explanation of what all the videos are for as I make them. So anyway, this is Bear and the Bear, and I'll talk to you guys later.